Who would have thought that a horror drama series based on a comedic movie from the 80s about a teenage werewolf would have gotten more than one season?
The show's gonna last 3 weeks! 6 seasons and a movie!
Well, apparently only Jeff Davis and MTV. I'm Antonio Ache, and this is Comic Romance. According to Screen Rant, the new Teen Wolf the movie, which is premiering on Paramount Plus on January 26th, will be reviving the series and leading into a brand new spin-off series titled Wolfpack. At last year's San Diego Comic-Con, Tyler Posey revealed that in the movie, Scott has stepped away from his old life and set his leadership role aside, focusing on the complicated realities of being an adult. Although he is still haunted by what happened in Beacon Hills, he's trying to maintain his new life working in a veterinarian's office. According to Posey and Davis, there's a time jump from the end of the last season. This time jump makes Scott McCall actually older than the actor who's playing him currently. The epilogue of the show seemed to take place a few years after the final summer in Beacon Hills, with Scott and most of his pack having settled in LA. It's unclear how far in the future that epilogue takes place, though a Teen Wolf timeline via Teen Wolf Wiki lists it as happening in 2015. That would make Scott around 21 at the time. The time jump in the movie, however, was likely necessitated by the fact that Derek Hale has a 15-year-old son now, Eli Hale, who will be played by the square-jawed Vince Mattis. Although not much else is known about Eli at this point in time. Before the trailers, it was thought that he would play a key role in bridging the film to the new spin-off series, but sadly, since the trailer and cast were released, this does not appear to be the case. But since this video isn't about the spin-off, let's talk about what you're really here for, the returning cast. Tyler Hoechlin will be returning as Derek Hale, and he is said to have learned how to figure out who he was while trying to guide his son throughout the same process. Colton Haynes is set to return as Jackson Whitmore, who originally left the series with the throwaway line that he was going to be an American werewolf in London, which is obviously a nod to the movie of its same title. But either way, he's back and he should be able to help Scott in this new fight. Lyndon Ashby, aka Johnny Cage, is back as Sheriff Stilinski. J.R. Bourne is taking a break from playing a methed-out maniac in Mayans and returning as the top-tier hunter, Chris Argent. A lot of you will be happy to know we're even getting the wacky Coach Finstock back in some capacity, though I'm not exactly sure how since they're not in high school anymore. Not important. Seth Gillingham is popping over from The Walking Dead to reprise his role as Dr. Deaton. Ryan Kelly is coming back as everyone's favorite Deputy Hellhound Parrish. Ian Bohen is of course returning as the unkillable Peter Hale. Dylan Sprayberry and Kylan Rambo are said to be returning as Liam and Mason respectively, and Shelley Hennig is back as the magnificent Malia Tate. Holland Roden is returning as our favorite Banshee, Lydia Martin. Melissa Ponzio is returning as Mama McCall, and of course, Tyler Posey is returning as the one and only true alpha, Scott McCall. One of the biggest surprises from the trailer is that Crystal Reed is reprising her role as Allison Argent. Few eagle-eyed fans may notice that she died in season 3, so we're beyond excited to see how and why she's returning this time. And of course, there's one castmate we're all looking for, and that is Styles. Sadly, Dylan O'Brien will not be joining the rest of the pack in this movie because, as he said, it was, quote, kind of just threw at us a little bit. And I don't know about y'all, but I need them to make sure to explain why Styles isn't a part of this adventure after all this time. Like, I'm even cool with a surprise phone call or something. Just something to establish his continued connection to the pack, just in case. Because Styles Stilinski is the fan favorite. The fan favorite. And if you disagree with that, let me know why you're wrong in the comments. Sad Styles news aside, I'm excited for this movie, if not for the nostalgia alone. The strangest thing about all this news is that the Buffy-led Wolfpack series is said to be a spin-off, but other than possibly continuing the lore, it doesn't appear to have any direct connections. Alas, only time will tell. If you, like me, are looking forward to this movie, give this video a like. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comic Romance and on Twitter at romance_comic. So until the next time and we see if it was worth rushing this movie without Styles and Kira at least giving us a cameo, I've been Antonio Ache, and this has been Comrom, where we do nerdy reviews with the occasional boost.